Hello everyone, thank you for joining me today. I'm Lee from thecraftyspark.co.uk and today we're going to be making this really cute flip fold card. Do more of what makes you happy. I love that saying, such a good saying. Alright, so this is what we're on, this is where we're going for. So let's get going, shall we? Now we're going to be doing, or rather I am going to be making two different cards today, but I am going to show you both of them as I'm making them. And I've chosen to use Watermelon Wonder and Tempting Turquoise because Stampin' Up are currently running a great promotion on their new Stampin' reward scheme. So everything you spend between now and I think it's the 9th or 10th of November, you actually get given extra reward points. And their flyer that they've produced is in these two colours. And when I looked at it, I thought that looks really nice together. So I'm going to send some cards out to my customers with these colours just as a hello, really, more than anything else. No real reason, just because I want to. So I've cut already some A4 size cardstock, UK size cardstock, and I've just cut it in half, scored it straight down the middle. So it measures 8 1/4 wide by roughly 5 3/4. I say roughly 5 3/4 because the UK A4 size cardstock is just a tad over 11 1/2 and a bit kind of thing. So when you cut it in half, this is what you end up with. So anyway, I've cut 2 in half, Tempting Turquoise, Watermelon Wonder, and then I've got my Big Shot and I've actually cut a square out the middle. Now if you don't have a Big Shot die cutting machine, there is no reason why you can't just use a trimmer or even a knife. Very, very simple. All you want is a 3-inch square. Okay, easy peasy. Right, so let's just pop those aside for a minute because the first thing I want to do is some stamping. Now I've cut some card already, and this card measures 6 by 5 1/2. All right, and the stamp set that I'm going to use is this one. Do more of what makes you happy. It's quite nice, isn't it? Hello Life, the stamp set's called, and we're going to be using, I don't even know all of these actually. As you can see, I've already tried one out on my mat before I started filming. But what I'm going to do first of all is this big one, because I think it packs a punch, as they say. So I'm just going to ink it up. Now unfortunately my ink pad is rather dry, so I just hope I'm going to be able to stamp properly with it. Now the good thing about this stamp set is the font is really squiggly. So because it's a squiggly, it doesn't really matter too much if you get it dry, dead centered or not. Just need to get some of that ink off because I've just gone over the edges a little bit. I don't want that all over my nice cards. There we go. Right, so on the right hand side of my card, I'm just going to stamp, and I think I'm going to do it a little bit further down because I'm going to be using my Hearts Border Punch on here as well in a minute. So let's stamp that one on. There we go, that's come out nicely, hasn't it? If you leave your ink pad, leave your inked up stamp, that's what I was trying to say, leave your inked up stamp on the card or your paper just for a few seconds before you lift it off. It just allows that ink to soak into the card nicely, and you get a much crisper image than if you just bang it on and off again. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing on here. Where were we? We were about there, weren't we? So just pop it on, let it sit for a few seconds. You don't even need to push that hard with these because the Stampin' Up blocks are quite chunky, quite heavy. I mean, look how thick that is. So easy to hold on to, and because you've got the weight there as well, it just makes things so much easier because you don't have to really like push. I had some once that were so thin I could hardly hold them. Right, so I've done my stamping on those two. Now I'm also on the front of my cards, I'm going to use So Sweet. So with my ink pad again, stamp that up, and that can actually go at a nice angle, I think. Yeah, like that. And again on this one. Now I'm doing the 2 at a time for the simple reason that the holes that I've cut in the middle I'm going to put in the opposite cards. Now where's the lid for the ink pad? There it is. Oh, that was close, thought I'd lost it then. Yeah, I'm going to put them in the opposite cards. So there's some that I've cut already. It's going to be going like that, you see? Hence, I'm doing the 2 at a time, in case you was thinking, why on earth is she doing that? Right, now then, let's just move those out of the way for a minute. I'm going to bring in, where's that punch gone? My heart border punch. And I'm going to punch just over onto the left side. Now I don't want to actually punch the edge of my card, so I'm just going to turn over, because if I turn it over I can actually see where the edge of the heart's going. So I can just go over very slightly and I know that I'm not on the edge. Let's get rid of those, as pretty as they are. There we go, that's perfect. And then I'm going to do the same on this one. Whoops, let's get myself around the right way. There we go, that's it. So again, find the edge, just move it over just a tad and then punch. All right, oh, look at that pretty confetti. Let's get rid of that because I don't need that. Right, so we've got do what makes you happy, and I'm also, with the same set, see these little hearts, how sweet are they? I'm going to be using those as well on my little diddy block. What's this one? This is stamp block A. The one I was using, this big one, is, where are we? E. So quite a big difference. And I'm going to do opposite colours as well. So I'm going to use Tempting Turquoise and, where are you? Watermelon Wonder. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to use the same colours. But what I'm actually going to do, I think, is use both colours. Shall I do that? Shall I use both colours on both cards? Yeah, why not? Why not? In fact, I'm going to do one. You see what I'm doing? I think you can see that. I'm just inking up that bottom heart. And now I'm going to ink up the top heart. Now, if you had the Stampin' Right markers, you might actually find it easier to use those if you're going to do this, but it's good for me. Whoops. There we go. Just clean that up with a wet wipe, because you probably saw there I had a bit of ink on the edge of my block. But it's okay. It's okay. Now I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to do it over this side, and I think I'll do it opposite. So this time I'm going to do Tempting Turquoise at the bottom. And I didn't get it on my block there, that's better. And Watermelon Wonder on the top. So again, I've inked up both stamps, both the little hearts. Where should we put that one? Back there, I think. But in the 2 colours inks. Yeah, that's nice. Right, I'm going to do the same on this one now. I've done that. I probably don't actually need to clean it off like I just did. I could have just redone what I was doing, but I like to go the right way, because if I go one way and then I go the other way, I get in a bit of a pickle. I forget my left and my right and my right and my left, and oh, it just gets in a mess. Okay, so let's pop that one. Where do we go? About there. That's it. And then again, whoops, let's clean it off. I'm just using a wet wipe because it's so small. I mean, obviously it's much better if you use a proper Stampin' scrub pad, but it's covering what I want it to at the moment. So there's my Tempting Turquoise. There's my Watermelon Wonder. And that one can go up there. Yeah, that looks nice. I do like that. Right, I might actually put a little something down there before I send it out, but I'll worry about that later. Okay, so we've got the 2 card inners then. Keep those because I'll need those in a minute. So we've done the 2 card inners. We've done the outers. Now, I have also got these little squares. Now, these little squares are going to be going in the middle. Whoops. Like that. All right, so that's going to create the layer that goes into the middle. And on here, I'm going to use the Hello Life, I think. Yeah, we're going with Hello Life. So I'm going to stamp that in black. I just need to get some more blocks out as well because we're going to be using hearts in a minute too. I'll just put the hearts on there. Whoops, work the tripod. Has to be done, doesn't it? It's got to be done. Right. Hello, Life. That's going to go just down there. So not centred, towards the bottom left-hand corner. And again, bottom left-hand corner. And then what I'm going to do, back, oh gosh, oh I thought I stuck my fingers in it then. Oh, I have a little bit. Oh, I'll just have to be careful. Be careful, yeah, right. Me, be careful. That'll be the day, won't it? Right, I'm going to use both my ink pads again, but this time I'm going to stamp off before I stamp on. All right, so I'm going to ink up with Tempting Turquoise, stamp off, stamp on. All right, so it's giving me a much paler image. Same again, stamp off, and then stamp on. Now, because these are quite dark colours, no, not dark, that's not the word, is it? Bright, they're not subtle, that's what I'm trying to say. When you stamp off, just leave it to sit just for a split second on whatever it is you're stamping off on. Oh, actually, I didn't want to ink that up in that colour. Oh, I wanted that in the turquoise. Right, now I'm going to have to get my Stampin' scrub out because I need to make sure that's cleaned off properly. Excuse me while I quickly just do this. There we go. Clean it on that side, dry it on that side, finished. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Right, let's go back to that one because that's the one I was trying to use. So, stamp off, stamp on, and again, stamp off, stamp on. There we are, that's better. And now, this is the one that I was trying to use, so I'll just pop that on the other side. So this one, let's just get rid of that for a sec so you can see what I'm doing. So with the Watermelon Wonder, I'm not going to stamp off this time. I'm just going to put it straight on. All right. And again on that one. Straight on. And straight over the words. So I've actually got sort of cascading hearts, if you like. All right, let's put these away. Get rid of these stamps, otherwise I'll end up getting that on something as well, won't I? Just pop them over there for the minute. Right, so now we can actually start putting our card together a bit more now. So with your Simply Scoreboard, let's move those. Whoops, where's the other one? There it is. Oh, come on, get out of the way. Right, with your Simply Scoreboard and your cards, your white cardstock, you need to score at 2 and 4. All right, so score it at 2, score it again at 4. Move that out of the way. Now we need to concertina fold these. So first of all we want to go, what way do we want to go? Yeah, we want to go over. I had to think there, didn't I? So we're going over first, find the bung folder, there we go. Oh, you know what, I'm just going to get that, what's it called? wet wipe out the way. I left a wet wipe on my desk the other day, made a whole pile of cards and didn't realise I'd actually stacked them up on top of the wet wipe. I was so annoyed with myself because, of course, the bottom 4 or 5 cards, bearing in mind they'd sat there all night, were just completely ruined, so I had to start them all over again. Was not a very happy girl. Right, so lesson learned, do not leave wet wipes on your desk or you will end up making a big mess somewhere with them, which is really, really silly. Right, there we go. So, whoop, where's it gone? There it is. Get it around the right way. Now we're going to stick them in the cards. And what we're going to do, obviously they're both the same in the middle, so that's made a help. They're going to be stuck like that. All right, so that when you shut the card, you can see about half. And when you open it, you've got it opening that way. All right, like that. Just like that. Okay, right. Where's my glue? Where's my glue? Now, obviously, if you want to, you could use double-sided tape to stick on here. Whichever way you want to do it, really. But this glue gives such a nice fine line anyway. It doesn't really bother me. The only thing that sometimes gets a bit of a nuisance, if you're sticking very thin paper, using glue can be really tricky because obviously it's wet, so it warps the paper. There we go. Let's pop that in there. Let's wipe the glue off. Let's smidge through the holes. There we are. That's it. All right, so that's one done. Let's do the other one. Do you know what I could have done actually? I could have put a piece of coloured card under the hearts, couldn't I? Just to finish off those hearts at the top a little bit. Never mind, I might do that next time. I'll leave it like this for now though, because I quite like these two colours together. And I don't want to go too much of one and too much of the other one, you know. I want the main colour of the card to be the colour of the card, not too much of a mix and match. There we go, let's stick that down nicely. That's it. Right, now the next thing we're going to do, now I'm going to use double-sided tape this time because I want you to be able to see the tape that I'm sticking it on. Oop, bash, crash, bang, wallop, sorry about that. Okay, so we've stuck on, fold your card in, fold it closed, and then make sure you've got no little bits left on the edges of your square, like I have. Oh, nice. Get your tape or your glue, whatever you're doing, and you want it to go in that hole like that, because we are going to be sticking our square that we've cut out in the hole. All right, so like that. I think I'll just stick one down the middle as well. All right, so you can see where that tape's actually going, can't you? There we are, like that. All right, and that's where the square is going to go. Let's just smooth that down so it's nice and flat. That's it. Right, so take the opposite colour square, which is, where is it? There it is. There we go. And that is going to go just there. There we are. See? Oh, what's... Oh! You got to peel the back off. Oh, an idiot. Yeah, you double-sided tape. I was just thinking, why won't it stick? It's because I haven't taken the back off. Oh, what plum. Oh no, I can't get it off anyway. Oh god. You can tell I don't use double-sided tape too often, can't you? Oh, what an idiot. Let's try that again, shall we? if you're using double-sided tape to stick the back off, won't you? Otherwise it's not going to work. Oh boy, right, stick it nice and firm so that when you open your card, oh, now what have I done? Oh, right, sorry about that, everybody. I ended up in a bit of a giggly fit that I couldn't quite get a hold of there, so just had to stop the video while I regained control of myself, and now we can carry on. So I have what have I got? I have nearly dropped my Stampin trimmer. That's what I've got. I've got a strip of card that measures approximately 3/4 of an inch, which I am just going to, do you know what, I just realised my board's upside down. No wonder I can't look at what I'm doing properly. Oh my word. Right, I've just cut that in half, roughly, and I'm going to fold each piece in half, because what I don't want to happen when I give this to somebody is that they open it, and instead of it opening nicely like that, it just goes all messy. Alright, so I'm going to put a couple of tabs just on the inside there. Now you need to make sure when you're putting these on that they don't go over that score line that you've made there, and that one does. So I'm just going to trim that a bit shorter. Now you will see the Tempting Turquoise on the back. If that's a bother to you, just pop a strip of Whisper White over the top of it and it'll hide it. Personally, it doesn't really bother me that much, but if it does bother you, that's all you need to do. Just cover it up. Alright, so I'm going to put one there, and I'm going to put one there. That one's too long as well, isn't it? Yeah, I thought it might have been. So this one is going to go just under my square panel, like that. Alright, now what you need to do is fold your card to that position. Have a look and check. You see this tab is too long, it's going over the centre fold, but this one's okay. So if that's the case, you need to cut that one off as well. Just snip it shorter, because if it goes over that centre fold, whoops, there it is, this won't work. So you fold your card, have your tabs facing towards you, pop another bit of glue or tape, whatever you're using. If you're using tape, obviously remember to take the back off, otherwise it won't work at all and you'll be wondering what the hell's going on. I should have done that, starting again. Put some glue on and just fold it over. Breathe, stick it down, just like that. Now when you open your card, oops, no, those are the bits that I didn't take off properly. When you open your card now, can you see it's all staying together? And you open it up, just fold it down, alright, because that will just put those tabs exactly where they need to be so your card can open properly. But then you can fold it up and it opens and closes without disintegrating on you. It's much better. Do you know, I don't think I stuck that square in. I was so giggling so much, I'm not sure I've stuck it in straight. Will that be okay? Oh yeah, it's alright, isn't it? It opens right. That's alright then, that's good. Right, now then, your bit to go on the top. Where have I done it? Where have I put it? Oh, there it is. Right, I've put some dimensionals on the back. So let's just peel those backings off. Like that. And that's going to sit, hopefully, nice and centred. Is that centre? It's about right, isn't it? Like that. There we go. So, there is our fold card. It's quite nice, doesn't it? I'm quite impressed with that. I do like that colour. Looks kind of retro, doesn't it? Those colours together like that, don't you think? Whoops. Oh dear. And maybe I'll put it down now and stop fiddling. Just clear that off. Right, there we go. One flip fold card. I just can't think what it was called there. All done, all finished. And I did a red one earlier, actually. Look, there you go. And a red one. So you can see how the two colours have interchanged with each other. Oh, I think they look quite nice, don't you? Now you can use this style of card for anything. There are so many different designs. If you have a look on Pinterest, there are some really, really lovely ones on there as well. So go and have a search, choose your favourite stamp set, off you go and create. Okay, until next time then, I hope you enjoyed the video. I will be back again very soon with another one. In the meantime, if you want any of the details on the scoring lines that you need or card dimensions, they're all on my blog. The link is going to be in the comments, just, well, not in the comments, in the blurby bit underneath the video. You'll see it if you just scroll down a bit, you'll see it there. And if you'd like to leave me a comment, that would be lovely, because I do like reading them. Otherwise, I will be back again very soon. See you later. Bye.